Created in 1983 and officially published in 1984, cartoonist Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird made one of the most iconic popular media IPs ever created, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Originally a joke sketch from Kevin Eastman of the night of the two brainstorming, Eastman and Laird were sketching and amusing themselves until Kevin drew an upstanding Ninja Turtle, and the rest was history from there. The Ninja Turtle franchise boomed in popularity in the following decades, boasting many movies, comics, toys, and many more forms of brand deals and other merchandising. It's safe to say that the Ninja Turtle brand has built quite the footprint for its day and still being felt on by our current modern day. With such a beloved medium, of course there would be many anime shows about beloved turtles, such as the 1987 version, edition, and more currently the 2012 reboot. I myself, with many other people my age, love watching the 2012 edition of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We found it really funny, enjoyable, and all around entertaining to watch, and it was great for the TMNT name. It was funny, action-packed, and heavily well-written with a lot of great moments. As a 5-season show on nickelodeon spanning across nearly 6 years, with nearly 8 out of 10 rating on IDM of over 125 episodes, it's safe to say that 2012 shows was a great success and got a lot of new fans to the franchise. So as you can imagine, it was really sad news to hear that it was airing its final episode on November 12, 2017. But as some more news came out about a replacement series coming our way, a 2D reboot on Nickelodeon that further revealed to be Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. To no one's surprise, there was many controversies surrounding the new reboot already. At the time, I was aware of the new Turtle series coming on Nickelodeon, but I myself didn't care for it, not because I thought it was going to be bad, I didn't find it priority to me, but I did agree to myself that if I did stumble upon it while watching TV, I will give it a good binge. One of the main reasons why there was such an outroar over the new reboot was over the fact of the new redesigns they had for the Ninja Turtles. When it comes to redesigning already made characters known by countless people, there will always be some levels of pushback in the mix. Even if the designs are considered good by the vast majority, many shows have been able to pull off a successful redesign within their series, but others weren't too lucky. The point is that the fandom got so used to the characters to the point that we was not open for any new redesigns that was heading our way with the new shows coming to us. When it comes to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, there's always been a formula that was consistent through all the media, the movies, the TV shows, even the cartoon. All the turtles were similar and only was distinguishable by their colors and their masks corresponding with them. Blue being Leo, who was named after Leonardo da Vinci, orange being Mikey, who was named after Michelangelo, purple worn by Donnie, who was named after Donatello, and last but not least, Raph, who wears the colors red and was named after the artist Raphael. One of the major criticisms of the show was how vastly drawn differently what the turtles are from part another. Each turtles was their own respective species of turtles and was not related to one another. This shows the audience who was who without actually needing to know who was wearing the mask to understand which turtles was who. Ronaldo being a red eel slider, Raph who was an alligator snappy turtle, Mikey who was an ornate box turtle, and Donatello who was a spiny soft shell turtle. And there was one more thing that got fans kinda off and not too open with the series. It was that in this rendition of the show, April O'Neil was black. Apparently, to the knowledge I gained, the original character concept of April O'Neil was that of Kevin Eastman's current girlfriend at the time, who was indeed an African-American woman. But I don't know how true these statements or informations are, so take my words with a grain of salt. A lot of shows run off of formulas for their respective series to follow, either as plot points, story structure, or story patterns. You don't need to be a fan of the franchise to know the four brothers dynamic. You got Leo, the leader of the four, Raphael, the hot-headed brute, Donatello, the smart nerdy guy, and Michelangelo, who is the party funny one of the group. This new series flipped the Turtles' commonly known dynamic on its head, starting off with the biggest change that Raphael is now the leader of the group, taking more responsibility of the team. The former leader, Leo, has been reduced to Mikey's old role being the more easygoing, reckless one, and Mikey being the youngest and most naive and yet most capacitated on the four. The only thing almost stayed the same was Donnie being the smartest out of the four, but even that got tweaked a little. It's safe to say before this series prior, Donatello was regarded as the more unlikable one of the four, being the least popular one. Me myself never liked that character that often too well because I never really liked the whole nerdy smart guy role for the turtles. But in Rise, I automatically found a vast improvement into Donnie's character development. Like, he's still a nerd, but he's a nerd who steps. As you watch this rendition, you see that Donnie is completely more confident and proud in his newfound intelligence compared to his brothers, which is a breath of fresh air and surprising, and it led to the most funniest moments. And I feel like in this show, Donnie's clearly the most funniest one out of the four. I like how in this show he isn't a pushover and he actually takes initiative because of his intelligence. Because of these new changes, I clearly found Donnie the most entertaining out of the four so far. I really hope to see this rendition of Donnie in more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle concepts in the future. But it was sad to see it go due to the short-lived runtime of this series. After the Rise movie got put on Netflix, I mustered the courage to binge watch the 2 seasons of Rise, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, and I have to say, it definitely holds its own. I feel like if we, the audience, and Nickelodeon as the negative executives would have given this show more time, it would have surpassed the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shows by far. Big names like John Cena working with the voice acting from the show as the main antagonist. The fact that the show had an amazing art style and well done animation, this show could have gone to 9 miles. Not to spoil the show, but the series does start off with a really episodic and goofy vibe to it, but later down the road, they had a bit of continuity to the mix, and the ultimate giving the viewer the ultimate payoff at the end. With a great overarching story being at play here, slowly being introduced to the series, you will have an amazing time watching the show, I promise you that. This show really delivered on its hype moments and had me astonishingly surprised and amazed how well done the staffs, the story directors, and everyone who worked on this project was really executing their ideas. With scenes like this making me absolutely drop my jaw in amazement.
We are the Hamato Clan!
How sweet.
So I believe this series easily be around the 7 to 8 range. This show isn't totally that bad as people may seem it may be. I really recommend this show if you're considering yourself a real Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan or want something to watch in your downtime. Now that leaves the Rise movie, which is truly the cherry on top for the TV show. Let me just say that the movie was absolutely phenomenal and incredible, and it was definitely worth the wait of watching 2 seasons of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series. This movie just shows what potential this show really could have had in the future if Nickelodeon just gave it extra time to shine bright. It's sad to see it go due to something so minimalistic as to like a simple drop in toy sales that ultimately led to it being cancelled. Due to the movie not exactly taking in the box office and was critically received well, better than expected, I hope this is a sign that Nickelodeon would give it a proper season 3 that it was promised. But overall, I didn't have a bad time enjoying this show. I had a good time, made me laugh, and I highly recommend it. So overall, Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles gets a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me.